Have you ever wished a narcissist could finally taste the pain they caused you? The sleepless nights, the self-doubt, the endless emotional wounds? Here's the truth. The most powerful way to make them feel it is not by fighting back in rage, but by choosing actions that expose their weakness. Psychology shows that silence, strength, and detachment hurt them most. Narcissists thrive when they control your emotions. Every tear, every explanation, every attempt to defend yourself gives them energy. So the first step is withdrawal. Stop feeding their ego with your reactions. When you choose silence over chaos, you rob them of their favorite weapon. This emptiness forces them to face the pain of irrelevance. Psychologists explain that narcissists crave attention more than love. For them, being noticed, even through anger, is enough. So when you no longer give them that attention, they panic. Your indifference is louder than any insult. To someone addicted to supply, your refusal becomes a mirror of the suffering they once imposed on you. Boundaries are another form of quiet revenge. Narcissists hate boundaries because it reminds them you are no longer theirs to control. Each time you say no, you make them feel powerless. Their tricks fail, their charm collapses, their rage backfires. The pain of rejection shows them what it feels like to be denied. Healing yourself is the deepest wound you can give a narcissist. They expect their abuse to leave you broken forever. But when you rise, seek therapy, and build peace, it destroys their illusion of power. Watching you thrive without them is agony, because it proves the pain they caused only made you stronger. Don't argue, don't beg, don't chase closure. Narcissists rely on keeping doors open so they can slip back in. Refusing to engage cuts their cycle short. Psychologists call this gray rock, becoming uninteresting and detached. This strategy drains them because they cannot stand being ignored. Your stillness echoes the emptiness they once gave you. Reclaim your story. Narcissists love rewriting history, painting you as the problem. But when you speak your truth calmly and live authentically, you dismantle their lies. Your clarity exposes their deception. For someone who thrives on control of the narrative, this truth feels like fire. They taste the pain of losing their mask. Success is another mirror. Narcissists expect you to fail without them. But every accomplishment, big or small, proves their impact was not destruction, but motivation. Thriving without them forces them to see they were never as important as they believed. That realization is a wound their ego struggles to heal. Don't fall for their pity tactics. When they sense your strength, they often switch to playing the victim. They may cry, beg, or claim you're cruel. But psychologists stress this is manipulation. Refusing to rescue them gives them a taste of the abandonment they once used against you. It's not cruelty, it's justice through boundaries. The most powerful way to make a narcissist feel your pain is to stop giving them power. Not through revenge, not through cruelty, but through freedom. When you no longer fear them, no longer serve them, no longer react to them, they crumble. Because their worst nightmare is the very thing that heals you: indifference. Don't reveal your healing journey to them. Narcissists want to know if you're still wounded because it reassures them of their power. Keeping your growth private frustrates them. They wonder what you're doing, who you're with, and how you're thriving. That uncertainty torments them, making them feel the same confusion they once created in you. Psychologists explain that narcissists are obsessed with control. Taking back control over your finances, time, and choices is a direct blow to their ego. When they can no longer dictate your life, they feel powerless. Each independent decision you make is a reminder of their loss. This lack of control becomes their silent punishment. Another way to reflect their pain is to stop seeking validation from them. Narcissists condition you to crave their approval. When you break this cycle and find validation within yourself, they lose their grip. This mirrors the emptiness they carry, because without external validation, they feel lost. Now they taste the very void they imposed on you. Never chase their apology. A narcissist sorry is often hollow, meant to reset the cycle, not repair the damage. When you no longer look for their words to heal, you show them they are irrelevant. This is painful for them, because it proves their manipulation has failed. Your healing no longer requires their performance. Cutting off access to your emotions is like closing the tap on their supply. Psychologists describe narcissists as emotional parasites. They feed off reactions. When you remain calm, composed, and unbothered, it starves them. This starvation reflects the neglect they forced on you, leaving them restless, desperate, and frustrated. Don't let them rewrite your identity. Narcissists love to label you too sensitive, too needy, not enough. When you reject those labels and embrace your true self, it destroys their narrative. They feel powerless when you shine without their script. This forces them to face their own insecurity, which is the very pain they projected onto you. Living with joy is your ultimate victory. Narcissists expect their victims to remain bitter and broken. But when you smile, laugh, and love again, it unsettles them deeply. Joy reminds them that the pain they inflicted didn't win. Psychologists confirm that resilience confuses narcissists because it proves their cruelty failed to define your life. They once relied on your silence to keep their image intact. Breaking that silence, whether through therapy, journaling, or sharing your truth, exposes them. Even if they deny it, the knowledge that others see through them burns. The exposure mirrors the shame they buried. Their worst fear is being seen as they really are. Detachment is your strongest weapon. Psychologists explain that when you detach emotionally, you no longer ride their roller coaster. Their highs and lows don't control you. This frustrates them, because unpredictability is their playground. Without your reactions, they face the quiet truth. Their chaos no longer matters to you. The pain they feel isn't physical, it's ego death. Each boundary, each act of healing, each moment of indifference chips away at their illusion of superiority. Narcissists live for control, attention, and admiration. When you take those away, you mirror the emptiness they once left in you. That emptiness becomes their suffering. Psychologists stress that narcissists hate being ignored. Even negative attention fuels them. When you block their number, stop engaging on social media, and refuse to acknowledge their antics, you create silence. That silence screams louder than words. It reminds them of abandonment, rejection, and loss, the very pain they inflicted on you. Do not try to teach them empathy. Narcissists may mimic understanding, but it's shallow. Expecting them to care will only hurt you. Instead, model empathy for yourself. Show compassion for your own wounds. When they realize you no longer seek their approval, they feel unneeded. For a narcissist, irrelevance is unbearable pain. Thriving relationships outside of them are another wound. They wanted you isolated and dependent, but building strong friendships and communities proves you are free. Each healthy bond you form reflects what they'll never have: authentic intimacy. Psychologists note this comparison stings deeply, as it highlights their inability to sustain real love. Stop explaining your boundaries. Boundaries are not requests, they are statements. Narcissists push back when you explain, because they see it as negotiation. When you hold firm without justification, they feel powerless. The clarity of your no mirrors the helplessness they once imposed on you. This reversal forces them into frustration. Self-love is the mirror they cannot stand. They built their control on your self-doubt. When you affirm your worth daily, they lose influence. Loving yourself reflects back the pain of rejection they instilled in you. Now they're the ones on the outside, watching you give yourself the love they withheld. That truth burns. Don't give them the satisfaction of revenge. Narcissists thrive on drama. If you retaliate, they feel powerful, because you're still playing their game. Psychologists confirm that indifference wounds them more than revenge. Your refusal to retaliate proves they no longer control your emotions. That calm strength mirrors the peace they stole from you. Protect your dreams fiercely. Narcissists delight in crushing ambitions, making you believe you can't succeed without them. Pursuing your goals despite their sabotage reflects their failure. Each step toward your vision mirrors the powerlessness they once forced on you. Your growth reminds them they never truly had control over your destiny. Celebrate your healing milestones. even in private. They don't need to know, but you will feel the shift. Psychologists highlight that progress, no matter how small, rebuilds your self-esteem. This progress reflects the confidence they tried to destroy. Each new step forward is a wound to their ego because it proves they didn't win. Don't internalize their insults. Every cruel word they threw at you was projection. When you reject those lies and live in your truth, it mirrors their own self-loathing. They feel the sting of being exposed because their insults no longer hold power. That exposure reflects the shame they worked so hard to hide. Break the trauma bond. Psychologists explain that trauma bonding keeps victims stuck, mistaking pain for love. When you break free, you reflect their inability to keep you chained. They taste the pain of losing control, the pain of rejection, the pain of abandonment. For someone obsessed with dominance, this loss is devastating. Detach from their flying monkeys, the people they use to control you. When you cut ties with enablers, you dismantle their network. This isolation hurts them, because influence is their lifeline. Watching you escape their circle mirrors the abandonment they once forced on you. Their empire of control begins to crumble. Don't defend yourself against their lies. Narcissists spread rumors to bait you. Refusing to respond frustrates them, because it leaves their stories hanging in emptiness. Silence mirrors the doubt they created in you. Now it's their turn to feel uncertain, as others begin questioning their credibility. This doubt burns their ego deeply. Your calm is their chaos. Psychologists stress that narcissists thrive when you lose control. But when you remain grounded in storms, you show them they no longer affect you. This calm mirrors the torment they once created, turning their games into empty gestures. They're forced to face the pain of losing their power. Don't engage in their pity ploys. When they cry about being misunderstood, remember this is performance. By not rescuing them, you reflect the neglect they once showed you. They feel the sting of abandonment, realizing their theatrics no longer sway you. The pain of irrelevance grows when their manipulations fall flat. Reclaim your identity. For years, they tried to define you. But when you live authentically, unapologetically, and proudly as yourself, you mirror their failure. Psychologists say, authenticity terrifies narcissists because it exposes their mask. Your authenticity reflects the falsehood of their persona, leaving them trapped in the emptiness they denied. Protect your future fiercely. Narcissists want you stuck in the past, replaying their cruelty. By building a future of peace, joy, and love, you reflect their failure. They are left behind while you move forward. This progress mirrors the rejection they once inflicted on you. Now they are the ones discarded by time. Don't allow guilt to pull you back. Guilt is their favorite leash. Psychologists note guilt manipulation creates cycles of return. Refusing guilt mirrors the pain of rejection they caused you. They feel abandoned when you no longer bend to their demands. This loss of control forces them to taste the pain of separation. Celebrate independence. Each time you make choices without their influence, you reflect their insignificance. Narcissists crave being the center of your world. When you show them you can live, love, and thrive without them, it mirrors the abandonment they forced on you. Your forgiveness is for you, not them. Forgiving yourself for staying, forgiving life for the pain, but not excusing their abuse. When you heal without needing their remorse, you mirror the rejection they once gave you. They taste the bitterness of being excluded from your closure, and it burns their ego deeply. Don't seek revenge. Seek freedom. Revenge ties you to them. Freedom severs the bond. Psychologists stress that narcissists hate being irrelevant. When you live free, without thoughts of them, it mirrors the invisibility they forced onto you. Now they are the ones unseen, forgotten, and erased from your daily life. Rebuild your trust with safe people. Narcissists destroy trust deliberately. But when you learn to trust again, it reflects their failure. Psychologists confirm that regaining trust after betrayal is possible, and it heals the wounds they left. This healing mirrors the pain of rejection, showing them their damage was not permanent. Don't hide your light. Narcissists shrink others to feel big. When you shine unapologetically, You mirror the pain of insignificance they instilled in you. Your light exposes their shadow, making their emptiness undeniable. That exposure burns their ego, forcing them to confront their own lack of authenticity and strength. Reclaim peace. Peace is the greatest punishment for a narcissist. They thrive on chaos, but your calm life reflects their failure. Psychologists say inner peace cannot be controlled by outside forces. When you live peacefully, they are left with chaos alone. Their suffering mirrors the calm they once stole from you. Don't justify your departure. Leaving without detailed explanations mirrors the abandonment they inflicted. Narcissists want to keep you explaining forever, but walking away silently forces them to taste confusion. That confusion mirrors the gaslighting they gave you. The unanswered questions become their torment, echoing the pain they once caused. Build a legacy of kindness. Narcissists crave being remembered, but often for the wrong reasons. When you are remembered for love and healing, it mirrors their failure. Psychologists emphasize that leaving a positive impact brings peace. Your legacy reflects their emptiness, forcing them to face the pain of insignificance. Detach spiritually. If they used faith or values against you, reclaiming spirituality mirrors their manipulation. You connect with God or your beliefs authentically, not through their control. This spiritual freedom reflects their failure, forcing them to face the pain of losing influence over your soul and your destiny. Celebrate resilience. Narcissists tried to break you, but resilience proves them wrong. Each time you rise after setbacks, it mirrors the rejection they instilled. They feel powerless when their cruelty fails. Resilience is their punishment, because it reflects the strength they never had. Their suffering grows with every step you take forward. Live authentically in love. Healthy love, built on mutual respect, reflects everything they denied you. Watching you loved properly mirrors the neglect they gave. This reflection burns deeply, because it proves they never knew real love. The contrast between your joy and their emptiness becomes their lasting pain. So how do you make a narcissist feel the pain they put you through? You heal, you detach, you thrive. Your silence, boundaries, and joy mirror the emptiness they created, forcing them to taste their own cruelty. Remember, freedom is your justice. If this message gave you clarity, like this video, subscribe and share it with someone who needs healing.